What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Simba Sports Hub, man, where we talk all things Washington Commanders football. And yes, everybody, it is Victory Monday post game review. I know yesterday I dropped a very exciting and passionate video of at live. I didn't go live, but I dropped a video right after the game. Just based off of the Hail Mary victory that we got, us defeating the Chicago Bears, 18-15, and making our way to 6-2, and still being undefeated 4-0 at home, protecting home field. You know, if you know football, you gotta protect home field at all costs. But before we get into this post game Victory Monday review, man, make sure y'all hit that subscribe button. Make sure y'all like this video, and make sure y'all drop a comment. Tell me your thoughts about the game, man. How monumental this victory was for our team. I would love to hear everybody take. Um, Commanders fans and also the Chicago Bears fans who, when I go into some of the Twitter world takes and all of the videos that I have saved and I got archived over here that I'm going to show and play, and then we got a live look at Mike Sanders. I guess he was mic'd up and had the camera on him all game. Um, just capturing the moment, that last moment where we threw the Hail Mary. We gonna get into all that, man. But yeah, drop your comments down in the comment section, man. We still on this grind to 500 subscribers, man. We try and become official YouTubers, content creators. I think I'm an official content creator. Anyway, I'm gonna put myself in that category. But I'm gonna continue to drop these videos for y'all. But let's get it right into it, man. You know, we came out victorious. It didn't look very good, you know, going towards the end of the game. We got stifled a lot from an offense perspective. And if you want to ask me who I really thought won us this game, I have to give all credit to our defense, because they in moments they kept the Chicago Bears out the end zone. They forced them in a lot of 3-and-outs. Some of that was errant throws by Caleb just not being being inaccurate, being super inaccurate this game, and hey, we gonna take the credit because we forced him, but then we did get to him. When we did get to him, we got some sacks on him. We made him rush some of his throws or some of his progression reads. So again, I got to give a major shout out to the defense and company. We played a very good sound game, and that was probably like the best game that we played for 3 quarters. Now, did we end it in 4 quarters? Nah, we didn't. And I would have loved to see us pitch a shutout against those guys, not mainly because of the players and going against Chicago. Again, I don't think it was much real rah rah or much, it's solely the Chicago Bears fans and all the fuck shit that they were saying going up, leading up to the week, leading up to the game about our quarterback, where we wasn't giving that same type of energy back to them. You know what I'm saying? We kind of respected their quarterback, one, because he's a DMV guy, and we understood and know like that he was the best quarterback coming out of this draft. He showed it. He showed it yesterday that it was just the escapability and still being able to keep his eyes down the field and make the throws that he did connect on, especially late in the third quarter. It's like that's when we seen like some of the best Caleb Williams um on Sunday. Was late in the third, like or midway to late in the third and going into the fourth quarter. It's like, man, he turned and showed why he was literally the number one overall pick. That's not taking nothing away from our guy either. But if I gotta give credit what credit is due, Caleb Williams actually showed up, man. That again, and I'll point to this, man. That catch, I mean, that throw that he stood in the pocket and took a hit. I think it was from Bobby Wagner. Took a hit and delivered a dime, like a perfect dime to DJ Moore, right in between Mike Sanders and right in between Quan Martin. It was just that was a moment where you say, yeah, this is why he was the number one overall pick. He has it. He has the tools. He has the ability to be a great quarterback in this league. And I'm not gonna take nothing away from him, even though some of the Bears fans pissed me the fuck off with all the bullshit that they was talking, and now they got to eat the bullshit that they was talking. But anywho, man, I'm just overall excited from our defense, the way that we stood up against those guys yesterday. Like for again, like I said, our defense from quarter one to about midway to quarter three was playing like the top 5 defense that Chicago should have been playing like. and guys like Dante Fowler, I don't know if it's Colleen or Celine Farrell. I can't pronounce his name, but what y'all know what I'm talking about. 99. Um, Armstrong, who came back yesterday after having an injury and missing last week. Didn't hear much of his name, but just seeing those guys all collectively, locking in and putting pressure on Caleb all game, man. You got to tip your hat out to him. Frankie Louvu, he still showed you why. Like if you want to talk about who was our best free agent signing, man, it's between him and Bobby Wagner, man. Like those two guys, and then it's gonna be on the all. I gotta do an offensive top free agents that we brought in this year, and then on a defense, and on the defensive side, you got to look at Frankie Louva and Bobby Wagner, man, and that's been one of our biggest holes from a franchising from a team perspective is that we never had linebackers. I wouldn't say they're the best coverage linebackers, but from a run stopping and the plays that they make when they stopping runs and just putting pressure on the quarterback, hey man, we ain't had that in a while. And so now that we got it, you got to tip your hat off to these guys. You got to give them their credit. They just do. So hey man, I appreciate AP for bringing those guys in, and you know what I'm saying, and allowing their experience and their greatness to flourish in our defense with Joe Witt and Dan Quinn. And then I gotta give a major shout out to our backup D tackles. Man, what a hell of a game! If you was really watching that game from not just the DM perspective, but just seeing how the rookie Johnny Newton was playing, like the type of pressure that he was putting, and we finally got out of that three technique D tackles lining up outside the guards, and we actually put Fedarius Mathis, who also, again, I don't look at the D tackle from those guys to make a lot of stat pattern plays, but again, the pressure that they was putting on the run, the way that they made DeAndre Swift had to choose another route, had to break down and had to figure something else out, and then some of the pressure they was bringing up the middle, to Caleb. Like Johnny Newton played a hell of a game. Like that was like with the reps that he was getting and the play that he had yesterday. It's a reason why a lot of people had him going like in the first round, and thank God he fell to us in the second round. I think it was because of the injuries or whatnot, but thank God he ended up on our team. So major shout out to Johnny Newton, man. You had a hell of a game. I think he had a sack and he had that big fumble recovery that with the botch snap between Caleb Williams and that sub tackle that they brought in, and it fell right in his bread bag. It fell right in the stomach. Like it couldn't have been nothing else. He fell right in the stomach. So major shout out, man. He had a major game. For Darius Mathis, man, the way that this dude has been, filling run gaps, like and then also making plays, from a pass rushing perspective, like just being there, like waiting for the quarterback to try to scramble and actually putting himself in place to make those tackles or those plays, man. Hey, major shout out to him too. So as much as we miss Jonathan Allen, and I know the whole they ain't been doing nothing, we paying him all this money. Those two guys are making up for what we missing with the 93 not being on the field. And then that, like I discussed the linebackers, and I'm going to discuss the DBs. Major, we had a good game. Like the receivers for the Bears, and again, I don't know if that's a testament to just Caleb being inaccurate or us just having good coverage down the field. So I'm gonna give us the credit. And again, like I did in my last video, I gave our defense an A+. It wasn't until we know, and we're gonna talk about this next. I'm gonna talk about this guy, and I was told that I'm overly, I give too much benefit of the doubt to the players on my team, just because I'm a player, I'm a fan of the team, so I give too much benefit of the doubt. But I find that to be highly untruthful because I criticize everybody. I don't think not one DB is solidified on our team. From the rookie Mike Sanders, still, I done seen him get cooked. I done seen him miss tackles. I done seen him make plays too. I done seen equal parts on both sides, good and bad, from all of our DBs. I've seen moments. Noah, if you want to go back to Noah week 1, that nigga looked like he couldn't tackle a motherfucking pillow. But throughout the weeks, he's gotten better. So I got to give him credit where credit is due. Jeremy Chin. We was wondering, like, where the fuck was Carolina Jeremy Chin that we seen, as a top 5 safety at one moment, or considered a top 5 safety at one moment in time. Like, you come over here and you just left all your skills and shit back in Carolina. We was about to send your ass back. But we didn't. And he started to get on board. He started to make some of those plays that we expected him to make. So I do criticize our players, good and bad. And the only reason why I got on that topic is because if we want to talk about Benjamin St. Juste leading up into the play that we all seen him make a miss or get a flag on, we didn't hear from him all game. And then he made a key play against DJ Moore on a quick hitch route on 4th and 1 where he just came up. And let me say this, because in my last video I reacted to one of our fans tweets or whatever like that, saying this is why Emmanuel Forbes. Let me get this out here. I don't expect any cornerback to be a fucking run stopping cornerback. If we got to depend on cornerbacks to come up and make tackles, make secure tackles, then we got major issues elsewhere. And I'm just gonna say that if you know football, you know what I'm talking about. All I expect from our cornerbacks, and which I've seen from every single cornerback, good and bad, I've seen them come up and put their nose into trying to stop the run or stop the ball carrier. I've seen it. I've seen it from Emmanuel Forbes. I've seen it from Benjamin St. Juste. I've seen it from Mike. I've seen it from Noah. I've seen them come up and get in the way and let the team rally. Let our true tacklers come up and finish the plays off. So to put out a tweet that this is why Emmanuel Forbes whiffs on a tackle. That's DeAndre Swift. If you know anything about DeAndre Swift, he makes a lot of motherfuckers whiff. He makes a lot of that, and that's a Georgia Bulldog. So I know the caliber of player he is. Even with the hurdle on Quan Martin, I don't hold nothing against Quan Martin for doing that. I done seen DeAndre Swift do that to multiple people. I'm talking about the top tier linebackers, safeties, and cornerbacks to the motherfucking worst of the worst DBs and safeties and linebackers. I done seen him make people whiff on tackles before. It is what it is. But to only point out that one play and say this is why this guy doesn't belong on the field and this is why he don't get playing time. It's like, man, like y'all are so overcritical of this guy's game because as much, and my thing is if you're going to be overcritical of him, and this is what I mean about being fair to a player, and this is how me being fair to Benjamin St. Juste. This is Benjamin St. Juste. As much as I'm giving him credit, I'm also criticize him on the play that we all saw yesterday. Played most of the game where he was not heard of, and he made a play. He had multiple opportunities to make plays when it presented itself. But we didn't hear from him outside of that 4th down stop and that penalty that he gave up. Outside of that, he did what he was supposed to do. I give you a credit, but it just mind boggles me that people that are fans of the game of football truly don't possess the true logical realization of the game of football. You're going to miss plays. You're going to make plays. You're going to miss some more than others sometimes. I done seen the best of the best get beat. I done seen the best of the best miss tackles. It happens. But the only thing that I can hold against you is what do you do for me the next opportunity? And if the next opportunity you show up, I got to give you your credit. Now, for Benjamin St. Juste, he made that 4th down play on DJ Moore. That was early in the game, right? But then he came back and got beat on Keenan Allen in the red zone. And let me tell y'all why he got beat. And this is to anybody that know the game of football, y'all can truly see where I'm coming from with this. And y'all understand that. And anybody that played DB understands why he got beat. It was a 4th and 2. We're down in the red zone. Guess what they need to take the lead? They need a touchdown, right? So in Benjamin St. Juste's mind, it's like, I'm not giving up a touchdown. So I'm going to play 5 to 6 yards or 5 to 7 yards off the ball. And I'll rather give up a 1st down and come up and make the play than rather give up a touchdown. But guess what that left him exposed to? And everybody saw it. The fucking double move. Because guess what? When Keenan Allen broke down, guess what Benjamin St. Juste's mind said? Oh, I got to go make this play. And guess what did? And guess what you can't do when you're running, when you running beeline towards a player downfield. You can't just automatically stop and turn and protect the end zone no more. You just took yourself out of that. Now, if Benjamin St. Juste would have fucking played 3 to 5 yards off or 3 yards off the ball, he didn't have to play press. I'm not asking him to play press. But to play 3 yards off the ball, guess what he now can defend? He can defend the 4th and 2. Granted, if they get it, fuck it. He converts on the fourth down, right? And he can also be in play for what we seen by Caleb, which was an overthrow. But guess what? He don't have to bear hug him. He had to bear hug him because he broke down so fast to try to stop the fourth down because he saw him break because he saw Keenan break down that he took himself out of coverage to be able to stop the touchdown too. So just imagine how and I see him do this a lot. He plays 5 yards to 7 yards off the ball a lot. And then sometimes when he playing in press coverage or he playing, three to press, like you see that's probably some of the best football that he can play. And he didn't got beat on sometimes, but that happens. I ain't saying that he locks people down when he played through the press or press the 3 yards off. I ain't saying that. But what I'm saying is if you know down and distance, those people that know football, please, 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 if you know football, he could have still protected the end zone playing 3 yards. Because guess what? You are 6'3" with probably a 6'7" wingspan. Bro, if you're 3 yards off, guess what you doing? If he breaks down, you there. If he goes up, guess what? You still there. He got to run into you. And guess what that's going to do? That's going to help you put in a position to defend the over the top, the double move. That's how you play both of those. But guess what? He didn't do that and he got beat. I heard a lot of people say it's time for Benjamin St. Juste to go. I'm not a big fan of none of our cornerbacks. I don't think none of them have been at a position to where I'm like solidified on them. And I'm signing off Mike Sanders still. He's a rookie, so I give him a little bit of a leeway. He get a year to prove himself, right? But again, we haven't had not one cornerback that's been playing the type of football that I believe Dan Quinn and Joe Witt wants to see. And with that being said, I still give our defense A plus. They did what they were supposed to do for majority of the game. They just got to close it out. And I think that they know that they let some stuff off the leash. You know what I'm saying with that. So real quick, I'm also going to get together the reaction just to show real quick because I don't like how our run game was looking. I really don't. And if you look at our run game, man, we gave up on a defensive perspective. We gave up 129 yards to DeAndre Swift, almost 200 yards rushing. And that's not good. But then we gave up 2 rushing touchdowns. That was the only touchdown they scored. So, I give them credit. But then to our pass defense, this is where I gotta give credit to our D-line. Our D-line showed the fuck up. Our D-line showed why we had this guy going 10 for 24 with 131 yards. The man only had 33 yards in the fucking, he only had 33 yards going into halftime. He only had 33 yards. So it is what it is, right? All right, so now we're going to get onto the offensive side of the ball where, our rookie of the week, who may be in contention for player of the week based on our fans going in and, us going in and voting for him. We have shown that Caleb wasn't the player of the week. And if y'all think he is, this proves it, right? Y'all see that? 131 yards. Come on, get the fuck out of here. I got Jaden Daniels went 21 for 38. 326 yards passing, and he should have had 3 touchdowns. He should have had 3. I know some controversial people are, saying that Zach Ertz caught the ball. I just think with the rules and how it's in place, man, if you botch the ball when you land, if it does any type of movement, they're calling it incomplete. Yes, it can go either way. You could have kept it a call. I would have been happy for it. But understanding the rules of the game, I got to be honest and be fair, right? The ball moved. It didn't move a lot. And like Dan Quinn said, it didn't move a lot to where it should have been overturned. But hey, man, they called it overturned. It is what it is. And then we heard ourselves again on the flare route to Zacchaeus that he turned up the field. Great block by Terry McLaurin, man. I have not seen our receivers block that well on screen routes, bubble, other, screens to the halfback. Like, we haven't done a good job as receivers blocking for the guys on screen plays. And Terry McLaurin, hey, he had a LeBron moment. He got up on number 29, and he put his hands on him, and it allowed Zacchaeus to get outside and take it for 6, but it got called back due to Sam Cosmi being a legal man downfield. Y'all already know my take. I'm not even gonna reiterate what I saw from that type of bullshit. I ain't gonna really go too much into that about the refs, but I can't even blame the refs on that one. We killed ourselves down in the red zone from an offense perspective, and Terry McLaurin 5 catches, 125 yards. He had another deep pass, man, that you just want to at some point see him high step, and I know he's talked about like high stepping and getting his legs up a little bit more. Um, on those deep passes so that he can just run into the end zone. But hey, man, I'm just happy he caught it. He had two. He had a key catch, a clutch catch down in the second half that helped us extend the drive. So man, major shout out to him. Zach Ertz 7 catches, 77 yards. Noah Brown who had 3 catches. He should have had about 3 or 4 catches. He dropped one that was a hit. You hit this right here, bouncing off the chest instead of getting his hands there. I would love to see, I pride myself on being able to catch the ball with my hands. I know there's moments where in certain throws that you got to catch with your body, like Terry had to catch with his body on that third down that Jaden threw damn near in the dirt, and he had to go, scoop it up. I get it. I'm not saying that you should just catch every pass with your hands, but it's certain moments where you got to let your hands be, the deciding factor. And he dropped one, but then he made the ultimate catch, which gave JD his first throwing touchdown in the game, or his only touchdown throwing of the game, because 2 got called back, but it's all good. But he had 73 yards receiving, man. He showed up. Much respect to him. Shout out to B Rob too. B Robinson. Brian Robinson looked like he was hurt. It didn't look like he was 100% healthy. I saw him call himself out of a play that down in the red zone. I never seen Brian Robinson call himself out the game before, and that kind of showed me that he wasn't 100. He's still not 100% yet, but if you step between them white lines, you 100%. And he felt like he won 100%, so he took himself out the game. So major shout out to him. He had 16 carries, 65 yards. He averaged about 4 yards a carry. Austin Eckler had 7 carries for 52. He broke that big one right at the half, which kind of got him where he needed to be at. And Jaden Daniels 8 carries, 52 yards rushing, roughly 7 yards a carry. And I don't think that those were designed runs. I think that was just him, again, like I said, those unscripted runs that we got from him, which was needed, right? It was moments where he had unscripted runs that got him to 8 carries and 52 yards. And now, man, but if I had to give him a grade, man, I gotta give him a C minus, just because, man, we did not do what we were supposed to do in the red zone. We have been the last couple of weeks, we capitalized on red zone moments, and we just could not, or we got in our own self. And then also we had moments where the Bears made good plays. So it was a combination of us getting our own way, with flags, bad play calling, just like, I don't know, there's some of the play designs that I didn't like. And then the Bears, you got to give them credit too, because some moments they did what they were supposed to do in the red zone. They stopped us. They bend but didn't break. You get what I'm saying? So major shout out to them. I gotta give us a C plus. I mean a C minus, C plus, C minus. I'm gonna give us a C minus on that game. So now that's gonna lead me into the bullshit too. And I just want to just recap this real quick. This is Mike Sanderstill, being mic'd up, and this is a coach. Say we need the energy, man. Look at him. Can't sit down. Got it. Hey, you gotta live. You gotta live with the good and the bad. If it's a loss, you gotta live with it. Shout out to Mike Sanderstill for being mic'd up.
Now you can step into it. Here comes the Hail Mary with the game on the line, and the ball is caught.
Oh shit!
It's a miracle.
My bad, y'all. My bad. I did this yesterday. I didn't switch the screens back.
You're all the way back at the 30-yard line. Now you can step into it. Here comes the Hail Mary with the game on the line, and the ball is caught. It's a miracle. It's the world. Oh my goodness. This town is going crazy. It's a madhouse in Landover, Maryland.
My man was about to have an NBA Finals moment. D Wade. Hey, just shout out to Terry, man. Mike Sanderson. Hey, a lot of us ain't seen that before, Mike. Us as fans ain't seen this shit before. Yeah, 5.
I see you 5. I see you 5. Like that. Oh.
Like that.
Oh my gosh. Hey, coach. Hey, coach. Oh. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Raise hell, baby. Hey, man, I'm going to say this before I go into these other clips real quick. It's some hating ass motherfuckers out there on the success that we have been having so far this season. And I know I went into it yesterday, but these are just a couple clips that I pulled out. And one of these guys, man, I don't know how he still works for NFL Network with the BS that he put out there about our record, first of all. And then two, like his take on Jaden Daniels. It's like, damn, bro, like you truly like really like just like to talk about another player quarterback's injury, like that's so beneath. Like
Daniels
you ain't even gotta go that far.
was
So this check
sitting
this
on the
out.
sideline for most of that game, under a banky, under a little banky. Oh, he's got his little heated banky, and nursing himself back to health. Whatever. And I know, like, and again, I don't want to sound like I don't want to sound like sour grapes.
You sound straight
How do
like
you think
sour
the
grapes,
rest
you
of Jaden
suck
Daniels'
ass nigga.
career is gonna go? If we're 6-7 games into Jaden Daniels' career, and he's already milking injuries, like
Milking injuries.
I
He
don't
got
know
one.
How do you think this looks in Game 30 compared to Game 6? I don't know. We'll see. We'll see at the end of Week 17. We'll see where he's at.
You see how like how slow and like hate, how much hate it is. One, this is week 8, dumbass. This is not week 6, and 30 games in, and he's milking injuries. My God, he only had one injury. He's only been hurt once. He's only been hurt once, and that's happened last week. Like, why do you you gotta be a true butthurt individual to put out this, and this dude got followers like I don't understand it, like to speak that type of hate towards another player, like towards a team and then a player himself. Like, bro, that's some hateful ass shit. I ain't even gonna show y'all the rest because oh no, I do gotta show this last one. This guy right here. This guy right here. My bad, y'all. I hit too many buttons on my stream deck.
It's short. It's short. Pat it down.
Hurt one. Hurt one. And then watch the other guy. He had said something previously. He said something, him right there. He said, I'm not apologizing for wins. I'm not apologizing for a victory. Look, and he walked out. Those salty motherfuckers right there. And this dude back here, the raisin, hey, him right there, big cat. Who called my man a pussy?
Holy shit!
Who called my man a pussy? Yeah, who called my man a pussy? Yeah, we're gonna talk about it, big cat. Yeah, where that same energy at? You called my man a pussy, you called my man out. And don't think that JD didn't hear none of that shit. He heard it. He saw all the little bullshit y'all was putting out there all week. And for you to call another man pussy because he got hurt and he potentially might have not have played, I bet you would have wished he did not play. Because guess what? That same pussy that you called ended the motherfucking game on y'all that y'all thought that y'all had won with 23 seconds left on the clock. Now what? And know what we call that? Ball game, bitch. I'll holler at y'all later, man. See y'all on Thursday, man, when we get ready for the Giants, man. That's what we got up next. I'm done talking about y'all. I'm done going back and forth with y'all on Twitter. We get up with y'all later, man.